Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Must Be Catchy podcast, episode 6. My name is Trevor Monreal. I'm one of your hosts. I guess in the bottom left here, we have Omnidystrophic, one of our hosts, too. How are you doing today, Alex?
Oh, just chilling.
Okay. And our top left, the other host, hi, or John. How you doing, John?
Oh, just chilling.
Okay. And lastly, at the top right, we have our first guest for today, Merger or Jade. How are you doing?
Good, just chilling. Yeah.
Also, Jade, what games do you stream on Twitch normally, or what do you stream on
Oh
Twitch normally?
shit. It's a variety. I'm not like a main streamer. Like Sims 4, I want to say, and Fortnite. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Okay, we can start rolling into it. We will have another guest that we're gonna add in later, but
Hopefully.
yeah, hopefully he comes in time. But yeah, we'll slot him in later, so we'll have a break when we add him. But obviously, our first topic for today, we have to get it out of the way. Hopefully, we won't dwell on it for too long. I'll try to cut it short. But it's all the coronavirus stuff. The World Health Organization declared it a global pandemic. Trump came out yesterday and declared a national emergency for the United States, so we can divest funds to the states as needed. Trump suspended travel to the EU for 30 days, all travel. So that's pretty crazy. Do you have any initial thoughts on that before we move on to the other stuff?
Yeah, it's about
So,
damn time.
on what you talked about, or Corona as a whole?
Just on what we're talking about. We can continue down like the other Corona stuff if we want, but it's like anything from that catch your eye, like suspending travel for the EU. Do you think that's a good thing? Because that's a pretty drastic step.
I think everything that Trump did should have been done sooner.
Yeah.
Like, I think. Oh, and then he talked about how he won't take any responsibility for anything when it's solely his fault for everything that's happened up to this point. He could have done everything sooner when everyone else is like. It's mind-boggling how long he waited to do anything when everyone and all the signs pointed, in my opinion, to action way before it got this point. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure how he could be blamed for every bit of it. I'm sure he can be blamed for some of it, a lot of his actions, words, so that could have, mitigated the effects if he would have chose different wordings and shit like that, and had a higher, priority on, closing the borders, as you said, a lot sooner with your not closing the border, but suspending travel in a sense, If
Well,
you
I
had
mean-
done that earlier with the European, especially because it got infected there so quickly, we would have probably been a little bit better off.
I mean, I see people talking about how he cut funding or even got rid of like the pandemic, like
That was way
watch
before
unit.
all this happened.
Yeah, but like if you don't get rid of it, then they do their job in this situation. Like it's like
But
why
yeah,
get
that's why
rid
you
of
have
it?
that's why you have the World Health Organization, and you go off what they
All right.
advise.
Well, then if we're talking about only recent
he
things he
didn't
could have
do
done
that.
differently, then he could have made testing more widely available way sooner than he did when he saw that cases were popping up. And then he's going to stand there and say that he's not going to take responsibility. Okay, maybe he doesn't take responsibility for everything, but
You
he's
only
the
have a
president.
limited
He could
amount
have
of
he could have
test
done
kits.
things differently that would have been better for the U.S. public health.
Yeah, well, there's only a limited amount of test kits. You know that, right?
Well, I mean, Jack Ma just donated like millions, I think.
Well,
But
I think the
that's
point when
because it's a company that
I think when people are upset about us not testing, it's because like yesterday they tested like 180,000 people in South Korea, while we've only tested like 1,200 people total in the United States.
yeah.
It's like if South Korea is doing it, why can't we be doing it? Is type
Well,
of thing.
Speaking of
That's what
South Korea,
John
they recently have more recovery cases more than they do confirmed
Yeah,
cases. So South Korea, I also saw this data graph. South Korea has done a great job at mitigating the spread and then recovery of the virus. It's crazy what they've done. Like it was a graph between Italy and South Korea, and like Italy like keeps going up, and South Korea plateaued and kind of started going down. It was crazy. Like, South Korea has done a great job, apparently.
Does our guest have an opinion on this one?
Yeah, you have anything to say about
Yeah,
this
Jay.
merger? Sorry,
Wow,
these.
well, I mean, it closed out Disneyland, so
Oh yeah, Disneyland got canceled. I forgot to add that. That sucks.
Disney World 2 got closed down as well.
yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Gatherings over 250 in Louisiana.
But then it's better
Same in
Tuesdays. I'm
Oregon.
sorry.
Yeah, apparently this is the second or third time in history that Disney World itself has been closed down.
I think it was like JFK the first time, his assassination, and then 9/11.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Well, it's
I'm a
because this
Disney
is such
nerd,
a
so.
crazy
That's cool.
viral outbreak. You know, they're saying the flu, you can, like, on average, 9 people are infected from another person with the flu. You know what I mean? This one's like upwards of 40 plus.
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
bad. So it's one of the most
I,
infectious things that we've had to deal with in
I,
a long
I was
time.
I was talking to my parents, and they're like, they said to me that they think, oh, it's basically just the flu, and I'm like, no. Like, and that's my parents, and my parents aren't my parents aren't dumb. They're not uneducated. They are smart people. And if those people, and if my parents think that the coronavirus is just a flu, and that you don't really have to worry about it, and it's like, don't panic, but still take it seriously. What about the general public? Like, that's kind of, to me, scary.
Well, the general public's usually pretty dumb.
Yeah.
Like, people are smart. Like, a person is smart, people are dumb. You just gotta always live with that rule. The mass will always act in accordance to like how hyped up something is.
I went to Costco this morning. The line was like,
Wait, sorry, what was that you cut out?
She went
Oh,
to
sorry.
Costco.
yeah, I went to Costco this morning. That was fun.
Yeah, what, was all the toilet paper gone?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was gone. I don't know. We weren't getting toilet paper, getting like food, not even like water or anything, but like even like the food is like disappearing. Like people are trying to stockpile before,
Yeah.
anything happens.
I've told Trevor this, but I unironically need more toilet paper, and I can't get any as far as I've seen so far. Like, I gotta go look more, but so far I can't get any right now.
You gotta buy it online for $60 a
situation
roll.
there, huh, John?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty shit tier. Like, maybe I should go home just so I can have toilet paper. Like, God.
I don't know. What if you get home and there's no toilet paper?
Oh man, imagine.
People, they've already stockpiled.
Man, I guess I'm just gonna be shitting and then immediately getting in the shower. Like,
Yeah, I think I've said this before, but here it's fine. Our toilet paper is fine, but we were completely out of hand sanitizer, like sanitizing wipes and stuff. People bought that up, but it was all the elderly up here because it's like a retirement community. But
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's why.
yeah, but this toilet paper's fine. No one's panicking. Like, you scooping up all the toilet paper.
Yeah, well,
Or use your hands.
what? Oh, ew.
Yeah. Isn't that what soap's
Oh.
for?
I won't even use a sock. I would rather spread my cheeks in the shower than anything else.
okay, we're getting real off
Yeah,
topic.
let's not go there. Either way, everyone should buy a bidet because bidet is the future, anyways.
Yeah.
Bidet is the future.
Yeah, bidet is the future.
A more
Life-changing
civilized
experience.
thing for more civilized.
Oh yeah,
things.
John, you told us before the podcast started, but you should bring up how recently the coronavirus has affected your life.
Yeah. So, I live in Florida. I don't know how known that is to the most people, but I live in Florida.
Where in Florida? What's your
And-
address?
Let me tell you real quick. But
So,
no, so I live in Florida, and universities in Florida have been closing down due to concerns of coronavirus. Now, what that means is, for the most part, all classes have been transferred to an online kind of system, right? For me particularly, I don't know how many other campuses have done this, but for me particularly, they have closed down not only classes being transferred online, but you cannot even be on campus, right? So not only are all your classes online, you now cannot even stay on campus in your residence halls. So for people like me who only have the desktop, like my I own a laptop, but the charger doesn't work, and I would have to order a new charger, which isn't impossible. I can do that just from Amazon. But for me to be able to do that, would take time, right? Time I don't have because classes start again on Monday, and I got to be present online. So I won't be able to get that charger probably in time. But anyways, I have a desktop. It's here with me on campus. By tomorrow at 5 p.m., I have to be off of campus unless I'm told otherwise, which I'm trying to be told otherwise. But I have to be off campus, move back 2.5 hours away, where there's only a 2-room house, one room occupied by my parents, another room either going to be occupied by me or my brother, unless my brother, who works for housing, stays on campus, which would then just be occupied by me, which may or may not have a room, which may or may not allow my computer to work because my computer doesn't have a Wi-Fi, it only has Ethernet. So I may or may not even be able to have my online classes be available to me in a convenient scenario.
Pet
So-
their hands, brother.
So
I meant specifically just be like, oh yeah, my classes got canceled. You didn't have to go into like,
Yeah.
it's a huge rant, but that's fine.
So, worst case scenario, I sleep on a couch until March 30th. I somehow am able to do classes by having my computer and desktop on a kitchen countertop and hopefully being able to write down notes from there. And that's it. Like, I just stay at home, sleep on a couch, figure my shit out. Best case scenario, I stay here and everything remains the same. Middle grade is going home, sleeping in a bed, maybe having a desktop on a desk.
Yeah, okay. We gotta hear you're reiterating. You can't go on that long
I
of
know
a
you
rant,
get it.
John. That's
I know you
too long.
get it.
Too long of a rant.
I know you get it, but
But,
it's
like,
bullshit. And that's me. And there are other people. You can't even travel internationally. If you were internationally traveling, you can't even come back.
Yeah.
It's insane. It's insane. And I get the precautions, but it's insane.
I told John to Harry Potter himself, like what Harry Potter did, just did like a lie and say, like, well, actually, Harry didn't even lie. He just, like, his parents were dead, so he got to stay over at Hogwarts over the break. That's what he gets to do, just lie. Be like, oh yeah, I can't make it home. They can stay at the dorms, like, all alone. That'd be sick. Because, like, they'll make exceptions. He'd be like Harry Potter, dude.
Maybe I
you
can
look
tell
even
them
live in a
that,
closet. See?
maybe I can tell them that I shouldn't go home because my mom is immunocompromised.
Oh, that's good.
Because she actually is. So once that's not a lie, maybe they'll take it.
Just do that because obviously traveling. How far away from home are you?
2.5 hours.
So
Over 100 miles.
So the military just put out an advisory for my base saying that we can't travel more than 2 hours
Ooh,
away from base.
that sucks.
That obviously, if you're traveling more than 2 hours, you're gonna have to stop to take a break. You're gonna have to,
Yeah.
Yeah.
pee,
I mean, I can
get
travel
some
the whole
food.
2.5 hours without a break.
Right,
So-
you can do that, but technically, you're supposed to stop and
Yeah.
take a 15-minute break every hour of travel.
They shouldn't expect you to like do things like in unhealthy ways to
Just-
get home.
When do you have to be out of there?
Tomorrow 5 p.m. Tomorrow
Okay.
5 p.m. I have to get my
Are they
shit together and
forcing-
leave.
Are they forcing you out?
Yeah, basically, I'll read you the email.
but
I'll
yeah-
read you the email.
Are they going to come to your room and force you out of it?
Yeah, unless he talks to them and be like, I can't make it. Then he can stay. He can legitimately stay if he has
They
that way to.
legitimately just like, I can't stay. I have to stay because my parents are immunocompromised.
My brother has already emailed the director of housing for me and him, and hopefully it'll work out. But here's the email. Just like
You don't have to
not
read
the
that
whole
off.
not the whole email.
We
Just
don't
just
we
the
don't
first
want to
sentence.
waste too much time. We don't want to waste
Just
too
the
much
first
time.
sentence. It's
No,
one sentence.
we don't want to waste too much of our time.
It's one
John.
sentence,
John,
Trevor. I'm
chill,
gonna
my
read it.
guy. Come on, man.
All students living in university housing must return to permanent house residence or a non-campus alternative housing arrangement effective immediately today.
You told us that earlier, dude.
Well, the stream doesn't know, Trevor. The stream doesn't know.
Has coronavirus affected you at all, Berger?
Yeah, I'm doing nursing school right now in LA, and we're supposed to have clinical sites with different hospitals, but safety precautions, and we had to do our clinical hours back at our school with mannequins, not even with real people or anything. So
Oh,
we're not
wow.
getting any real experience anymore. So
I mean,
guess
this is where
that's
experience is
it.
made, isn't it? I mean, I hate to say that. I wouldn't want to expose nursing students to a viral infection or anything like that, or have viral. But like, this is the opportunity where you guys would get the most experience in how to handle a situation like that.
If they call him.
Yeah,
But then the
if you-
liability, if one of us does
Yeah.
contract
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah.
That's the That's another crappy thing about it. They would be liable for you guys contracting.
Yeah, I heard they're pulling people out of retirement, and they're making people who do like non-elective surgeries, like cancel them, or elective surgeries to cancel elective surgeries. So they have to work with people with the coronavirus, which is kind of crazy. That like even if you wanted to like, I don't know, it wasn't elective surgery, LASIK. You want to get LASIK,
Yeah,
you gotta
something
get
like that.
canceled just in case your doctor has to go and help with coronavirus.
I don't know. The whole situation is so fucked.
But on the bright side, we can move on. Coronavirus vaccine is been made in Saskatchewan, is now in testing, and they sped up the research. They're not researching in animals first, which is kind of scary. They talk about this is how a zombie apocalypse might happen. But either way, they're moving straight to testing on humans. They're not even testing on animals first.
Well, we've gotten so far ahead.
We're living in apocalypse times.
No, we've gone so far ahead for our health and medical sciences that it's incredibly easy to manipulate genetics, structures, so that we can actually it was like a month ago that they devised where the the spearhead or whatever it was of the virus, the head of the virus, so that they could easily manipulate it and find a vaccine. So we've gotten so fast at reading genetic code and so forth like that with our computers. We have artificial intelligence, not really true artificial intelligence, but like computer learning, shit like that. We got smart networks, shit like that that can kind of like oh, we need to point the researchers in this direction, kind of thing. And so we're able to devise vaccines and cures a lot faster now. We're almost at the exponential rate as Moore's law has devised. We're very close to what they call singularity.
That's cool. Well, that's also kind of scary. Also, apparently yesterday, the Dutch researchers found a coronavirus antibody, which is another way to combat. It's not necessarily a vaccine, unless I'm pretty sure I don't know exactly what they are, but it's not exactly a vaccine. But either way, it's like an antibody that can help people fight off the coronavirus or prevent it, which is really cool. But that's gonna take months as well before it comes out.
Gotta inject Lysol straight into your veins, guys.
Ugh. Could you imagine?
Don't do that. Don't do that. That's a joke.
Or you could do it.
Yeah. Okay.
Legally advise you not to do that. I'm not a lawyer, but
Oh man.
Go ahead.
Talking about hand sanitizers, so we can bring it kind of to a light topic. A price gouger bought 17,700 bottles of hand sanitizer, and then well, let's just finish this real quick.
Let
Yeah.
her finish.
And
Yeah.
bought 17,700 bottles of hand sanitizer, and then was trying to resell them on Amazon for jacked up prices, like to gouge people. And Amazon was like, nope, and canceled his entire account. So now he's just stuck with 17,700 bottles of hand sanitizer in his garage that he can't sell. He literally drove around from state to state in like small towns, just buying as much hand sanitizer as
In
possible.
a U-Haul, right?
Yeah, in a U-Haul with his brother. And he just went around buying all this hand sanitizer in these tiny towns just to come home and not be able to sell it, dude. Like, guys, that's
feels
fucking
bad.
karma, dude. That is so
Yeah.
karma. Because I can't even find hand sanitizer right now.
Speaking of which, stocks are on sale.
Woo!
Bitcoin's on sale.
Stop.
On sale. Well, Bitcoin, for Bitcoin's on sale.
I just want to, before we move too far away from Corona, I just want to go over the typical things we always do. Be sure to wash your hands. Try not to touch your face as much. Social distance. Self-quarantine if you might have symptoms. Get tested if you can. But, just be sure to wash your hands and not touch your face and keep away from people for the most part. I just want to throw that out there. Every time we do that, every time we talk about it, I just want to throw it away out there.
As Jade's touching her face.
I know.
No, it's hard. It's hard, man.
Yes. Self-awareness.
Yeah. Do you think eventually, like, if the coronavirus gets bad enough, people who hoard hand sanitizers and stuff, do you think they should get like jail time? Do you think that's possible, or do you think like?
No.
It won't be possible.
No, it won't be possible. It's a capitalist society.
Yeah. Like, he's just trying to sell and resell. I don't know what the laws about are reselling hand sanitizer, but
Price
if they're
gouging laws.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what those laws are, but there's a possibility he might be fined or something
Or the
about
trade
that.
commission or something.
Maybe I don't know enough about it. Um, but like you have to have like a license to resell. I know that much for sure. So if he's trying to resell it and he's not a licensed person to do so, that's kind of fucking himself over. He's kind of dumb.
Oh, he got screwed. How much is 17,000 hand sanitizer? How much is hand? Does anyone know how much sanitizer costs off the top of your head?
Okay, I know we're on hand sanitizer, but can the next topic be stocks?
Yeah.
Cryptocurrency?
We can move. Sorry, does anyone know? Jay, do you know how much hand sanitizer costs by any chance?
I
Let
don't
me
know,
just
but
look
like,
at Amazon, and then
yeah.
let me just times that out.
But yeah, because it timed that by 17,000. We're talking about a dude who literally might have
$10.
blown. Oh, how
$10.
much?
Like,
$10.
depending on what it is, you're looking from 5 to 10.
So
$110.
this guy spent anywhere from 80 grand, over 100 grand on hand sanitizer.
Just,
Ooh.
I mean, to him, he's gonna flip it and make like twice, 3, 4 times that, and instead he gets fucked.
Yeah,
over.
that's bad.
Okay.
That's like, oof. Could you
So-
imagine? That reminds me of.
So,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Alex.
good. No, finish up. I was trying to push to the next topic for Bitcoin.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead.
Does anyone see The Pursuit of Happiness with Will Smith?
No.
Anyone? Oh my God, he buys
Yeah,
he buys medical
a little
equipment
bit.
and he stores it and he's gonna to resell it. But apparently, like the hospitals don't want to buy it from him, so basically he wastes all of his money. Then his wife leaves him because like he's just stuck trying to resell this hospital equipment. It's a really sad movie. Then he gets kicked out of his house and his son's his real son in real life, and he like has to like take care of his son. I don't know. It's a sad movie. It's a really good movie though.
It doesn't seem like he's very happy in the pursuit of happiness.
Yeah.
Oh my god, knee slapper.
That's why he's pursuing it, John.
Of course. I'm just stupid. Okay.
It ends up happy. Spoiler alert. Ends up happy.
Oh damn it.
All right. So here's the crazy part: going into Bitcoin and shit like that. So Bitcoin was $10,000. Like a full coin was like $10,000 like a week ago, right?
Mhm.
It's now at 5,350. It is half in price. Now here's the crazy part. So every time it's a blockchain. So blockchains are you're computing like transactions and shit like that, and it gives you a reward, which is your cryptocurrency, Bitcoin. And every like so often, the amount of Bitcoin halves, like the amount of time, it's called happening, right, Trevor? You know more about this, right?
I know how it kind of works in general, but I've never mined Bitcoin or anything.
Right. So the amount of time it takes to compute a new blockchain doubles, but it halves the amount. Like it halves the amount of like Bitcoin you can achieve, basically. So what this does is it increases Bitcoin's price, increases cryptocurrency prices. So with Bitcoin was like a cent or whatever like that, like 10. It was like $1 or whatever. Not even that. For the first Bitcoin, you could buy a shit ton of Bitcoin for like $1.
Yeah.
And then the first halving happened, and it was like $1,000 per Bitcoin. Then the second one happened, and it jumped up to $20,000 or something like that per Bitcoin.
Yeah, that's when everyone made those millions of dollars.
Damn.
Yeah. So now the next halving of it basically is in 57 days.
So, and you said it's on sale right now.
Yeah, so this is what my friend did, and I don't suggest doing this to anybody doing this. He took out a small personal loan.
Oh my God, you should not do that. I'll tell you that right now. You should not do that.
You
Do not
should
take out a
not do
loan and
that.
buy Bitcoin.
No, don't.
He bought Bitcoin when it was at 4,000. No, it dropped to 3,900, and now he didn't buy a full Bitcoin. He bought a half, but he already has like 10 coins. So, and that's over time, just doing this shit. But
Like, wait, is he mining it himself or is he just buying it over time?
he's just he's put like $200, in like a month or something like that, and just buying partial coins and shit like that. But what I'm saying is when it jumped from 3,900 to 5,700, he could have made $1,000 if he would have just sold off. And that's how easy it is to fucking make money. And it's not, I don't suggest doing it because that's how you lose money. you also lose a lot of money that way too if you start playing them.
Like the vast majority of people lost money on Bitcoin. It's only only people who sold it beforehand who actually made money.
But with the happening 2 months ish, if you gradually put money in, you buy a little bit, now or whatever not, I'm going to say you're going to make a little bit of a profit. You just got to keep into it.
If your friend becomes a millionaire, will you get some money from him and then send to me to pay my school?
No, because he won't give me money. Unfortunately,
right.
I would get my friends money. Sorry, Trevor, you're not getting any money.
What?
From me.
Are you kidding me, dude? If I won the lottery, I'd set you up. I'd buy you a fucking house, Alex, and then I'd make it like then we could like have a stream team and shit. We'd stream all the time.
Dude,
That's lottery. I'm talking about Bitcoin. You're not going to get a whole fucking
same thing.
Yeah, same
thing. I
thing.
don't have enough fucking coins to become like a fucking instant 100 millionaire or 10 millionaire or whatever.
But if you did become 100 millionaire,
I wouldn't give John anything.
I would get John.
Stop slamming it. Holy shit.
No, yeah, I would do my best to set up so the easiest way to do that, I know we're really off topic here. So if you won the lottery, the best way to set up your family and set up yourself as a future is for money growth and then for growth is whenever you win the lottery, you set aside money in a in a high interest account or something. You set like 20 million across. John, I'll get to you in a second.
Please don't raise your hand. This isn't a classroom.
Yeah. So you set like 20 million.
way.
So you set 20 million aside. You put it in a high interest account, and then you make your family members go for a grant to pay off their loans. And you can only set so much. You don't set off the 20 million. You set off the interest made off the 20 million as the money they can acquire to grant to pay off loans. That way, your family no longer asks for free money, but they can apply for free money.
Smart.
That's one of the ways to do it. John's got something on this.
I just want to ask, what kind of high interest account are you talking about?
Any sort of high interest bank account.
Like, are you talking about like CDs? Are you talking about like what? Like,
you could do anything with it. So that's why you would have an account manager or you have a tax lawyer. As well.
You wouldn't be investing it yourself. You would have somebody doing it for you.
You'd have someone investing for you, and you'd have a tax lawyer. This is the first things you do if you win the lottery. Tax lawyer. And you don't do the overtime thing. You do lump sum. You make more money for tax lawyer and investing after that.
Okay. Alex big brained over here.
I just know a little bit about money, just not a lot. All right.
I know
a lot about big money, but not enough about little money.
Apparently, just to wrap up the stock market conversation, apparently the stock market, one of the reasons why it crashed is because the oil prices started dropping dramatically because less people have been using oil, because less people have been going out and stuff, and like the airlines and the ships are using less oil. Then that sparked a trade war between Russia and Saudi Arabia, I believe, and so that was a huge sell-off, and that helped this huge drop in the stock market. Now it kind of rebounded over the weekend because the Fed injected $1.5 trillion, basically bailing out bankers.
By the way,
God.
They say they can't fund Medicare for all or student free higher education, and they pumped 1.5 trillion in the stock market.
1.5 trillion in the stock market for this weekend.
And they can't fund the other things. Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
What's your opinion on that?
I don't know anything about the stock market, but as John, like the Medicare for all, it's like I feel like it's a right stuff like that, and if they're spending that much, some stupid stuff like that, then instead of the people, then
yeah, no, I agree.
It's messed up entirely.
In other news, Mexico is considering closing its border to stop Americans. I thought that was fucking hilarious.
That's funny. So, do you know what our GDP is, John?
Enough? I don't know.
Something in the trillions.
19.39 trillion.
Hey, I was right.
Do you know what dumping 1.5 trillion does to the fucking economy?
What? Tell me.
fucking crashes it.
There's a good chance. Yeah, there's a really good chance.
That's how you inflate the economy, and that's what fucking for World War II and shit, and then World War I especially. It's like inflation was they just kept minting money, and money was like you could have $1,000 literally in your hands, and it'd be like $1. Like that's what it would equate to, and they were so fucking poor with all this like paper money that the country was fucking printing. They were burning money in the winter to stay warm.
Yeah,
they were fire starter.
They were literally using it as what's that called? It starts with an I. They put it in between your walls. They put it in between the walls to stay warm.
Insulation.
Insulation. Thank you. They're using it for insulation in houses. That's why sometimes you can destroy an old house, like a really old house, and there's like money in the walls. And they're not like drug dealers. No, they're sick from that. But that's crazy.
That's. I just want to touch on the topic. I'm sorry that we were on another topic, but I was
that's fine. That's very interesting. It's a brief tangent, but there's nothing else that the government can do right now to pump up the money because our economy has been so fucked lately. Is that our interest rates are too low? And generally, the Fed, whenever they want to control or inject into the government, into the markets, they lower the interest rates to help out. But our interest rates are literally so low right now that we can't lower them any further. So they're kind of throwing a Hail Mary by injecting this money, and it's kind of a really bad idea. In my opinion.
Terrible idea.
I don't know. Like they're just throwing. They say they can't fund all these things, and then they just use 1.5 trillion into the stock market.
It's not that they're using 1. They made new money. That makes money less valuable.
Well, that's even worse.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We're fucking living in an apocalyptic state, homies.
It's not apocalyptic.
Okay, it's not that bad.
It's not that bad. I'm just saying, when you say, they can fund all this shit by just making new money, that's where people get wrong. You don't make new money to fund things. So I can understand this one time, like, what's the last time we've had an injection in the economy? Was it
a long time. It's been at least 10 years.
I think it was 2008.
Yeah, when the housing market crashed.
So
the recession.
It really helped rebound the economy a little bit. So this could help rebound the economy.
Or it could sink into depression.
Or could sink into depression.
It could easily pop the bubble here.
But you don't keep injecting money. That's the issue. You don't see them keep injecting money. You'll do a one-time transaction, and that's where they'll see it, where the market will end up. If it crashes, if they keep injecting money, that's when you know the dollar's value has gone down, and you should be investing in silver and gold.
I'm honestly scared about the future of America at this point.
It's not.
We'll be fine.
It's not that it will be fine. It's almost impossible to crash our market.
Well, I'm not talking about the next 5 years. I'm talking about the next 10, 20 years. Like I feel like if we stay on the course that we are now, bad things are going to happen.
Being very doomer, John.
Yeah, you're being very doomer. This is supposed to be a fun podcast, John. Come on, bro.
I'm sorry. It's just I think about it all the time.
Any thoughts about Mexico closing its borders to Americans? You think that's funny? Or you guys offended for Americans?
I saw that Mexicans said that about that. They think that the coronavirus isn't going to get to them or something. Like they're like, maybe Trump's wall won't bring coronavirus to us.
Oh yeah, they're thinking about it. It's really I think it's just funny. But also at the same time, Mexico I think has a lot easier time because it's just much smaller than us. Like regulating the coronavirus. Because like South Korea can shut down all their stuff really easily. Yeah, I thought that was funny, interesting. If we have no thoughts on it, we can move away from Corona finally. And welcome back. After the break, we added a new guest, Poo Loops. He's a returning guest, our first returning guest, by the way. Poo Loops, welcome back to the show. I believe you and Alex haven't met before, correct? Yeah,
that's correct.
Yeah, Alex wasn't here.
But I already love him. Hunter shirt. It's awesome.
That's how you do it.
Yeah, and very much appropriately, we're talking about anime because an anime girl went from My Free Cams this week to Twitch, and I don't know if you heard about this, but her name is Project Melody.
Oh yeah.
And she was a My Free Cams. She upset a lot of girls on My Free Cams, by the way. She But basically, she's an anime avatar. A woman, there's a real woman behind it, but you don't see her. All you see is the anime avatar, and she dances and gets undressed in various forms, does things, but it's all virtual. It's all like it's like she's basically an anime character. Well, she quit streaming on My Free Cams, where she was making a lot of money, and now she's streaming on Twitch. And she's already, and before she started her first stream, she was partnered. So somebody on Twitch partnered her My Free Cams anime streamer. And she came here and was getting subs and donations. It had like 10,000 viewers.
It's not the first time that's happened. I mean, maybe from this platform in particular, but if like part of the application for like partnership stuff or the way they consider you is based on outside media sources as well. If you have like a huge YouTube following or a huge Twitter following or something like that, you can come in and get partner like that. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, I remember this chick on Instagram got partnered before she first started streaming. People were upset about that because that's when Slicker got his first rejection for being partner.
Yeah. I mean, they kind of have to limit who they partner. Or it just becomes worthless.
I thought it was an AI.
No, it's not an AI. It's a real lady behind there.
Doesn't it say AI on the title and stuff?
Maybe.
I don't think our AI is that
I mean,
developed.
that'd be pretty good clickbait.
I thought Project Melody was
pretty good
hentai AI.
That's why it's clickbait, bud. That's how they get people.
I didn't know about it until just recently. So
apparently, I was watching an interview between Noble and her. Apparently, she was crashing Chatterbait in My Free Cams constantly because they were getting upwards of 30,000 viewers.
That's crazy. 30,000 viewers on My Free Cams.
Why are people so into hentai chicks? What the fuck?
I mean, you can enjoy art.
It's just art.
and real humans at the same time.
No body hair.
True.
Unless you want it, I guess.
True.
Customization. That's what we all, as gamers, we love customization, okay?
Poots gets it.
That's the future of online.
That's the future of VR, by the way. That's 100% the future of VR.
VR porn. The only reason I own VR.
With voice changers and everything. It's just going to be really nasty when you find out your best friend and you have been in a committed relationship for years.
It's like 40-year-old neckbeard dude is like your waifu and you didn't even know it.
Yeah.
Man, that's when online dating gets like real scary.
Yeah.
Or real fun. So.
Yeah.
Depending on your outlook, for sure.
Makes me wish I wasn't in a relationship.
If you never plan on meeting him in real life, then like, does it matter? Who's
Yeah,
on the
exactly. No, it doesn't matter.
I guess not. As long as you love them.
Right.
On another note, she's already been banned, but it was a short little 3-day ban. Apparently,
Why was she banned?
One of her streams that was a little bit too revealing, which also opens up like a host of questions. What is revealing on an anime chick?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like, I am gonna be honest. Like, isn't there like, there's channels that do very, very lewd art?
Yes.
Work.
Yes,
there is.
But like also XQC was banned for an anime
he was
chick.
showing nipples though. That was like straight nipples.
Yeah. But like those nipples were a cartoon girl.
Yeah, but it's
just like Project Melody.
It still counts. Yeah, but Project Melody didn't show nips. Is the thing.
Oh, okay. So what did she show?
She was just wearing a shirt that Twitch deems too sexually suggestive.
But
which is hilarious.
Body painters are okay.
Her first stream was I'd be like, wow, that's definitely way too sexually suggestive, because I don't know if you ever saw the video of her like first stream, but it's a shirt where it's like it's an anime shirt, but it's like even worse because it like looks like her like boobs are protruding. I don't know if it's against TOS to talk about other partner streamers' boobs if it's an anime chick.
Only if you're talking about if you're like shitting on them, it's the only thing you'll get in trouble for.
But yeah,
which we're not.
It's really weird. Well, I feel like if you're talking about another partner streamer's breasts, you would be getting banned. But if you're talking about animes, either way, it's
gosh darn, Project Melody got some good looking breasts, boys.
Okay, yeah, that's probably what you shouldn't say. But
big streamers have done it all the time. Project Melody, I can't even find it.
Maybe it's not Project Melody. Have we been calling it wrong this entire time? I haven't.
No. You're right. It's Project. It's definitely Project Melody. You're right on that.
It's PORJEKT.
Oh yeah, you spell it weird.
It's Project.
Got it. Hold on.
Hey, Trevor,
Yes.
how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well. What are you
I never
asking?
asked you. I never asked
Oh
you.
yeah, no one asked me how I was doing today.
They suspended Amaranth and them at the same
Yeah,
day.
Really?
I was gonna add Amaranth to the list, but we don't know why she's banned. Apparently she's just banned
Yeah.
for something she did earlier, so it wasn't much of a topic.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I didn't find Project Melody on Twitch, but maybe
Oh,
'cause
she's
banned.
she's still banned. That's what I was saying. She
But
was
I did
recently.
find another streamer that's partnered, and she does art, and I'd argue that some of this art would probably.
Yes. Well, I follow one of those streamers because she's a really good artist and 'cause she's a good entertainer too. But either way,
No, it's because you like boobs.
well, I mean,
Does her name start with an S?
Yes, it does.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the one I'm talking about. That looks.
Yes, I was on her stream yesterday. Yeah, that's very revealing too, which is very questionable when you like think about like banning an AI. I mean, not AI, but anime chick for it.
Like the way I feel about it is I click on videos for this person, and I feel like I'm on a different website.
Yes, I know what you
I'm
mean.
saying.
Yes.
I don't know how to feel about that.
I mean, personally, I don't think I've told you this rant before, Pooh. But I personally don't care at all about any of it. As long as you're not purposely not selling sexuality, I don't care. But but very loose on that because because like I've said, what my dream is. If I ever win the lottery or just get secure enough a job to be able to quit and become a full-time streamer, is to do like in real life streams. And you know how sick it would be to be able to go to do like what am I going back, like Burning Man, or go to Mardi Gras and stream in real life and not have to worry about some chicks like boobs in the background. Like,
You've
who cares
told me
if
I don't
it's,
know
like,
how
tits in
many
the
times that
background,
you
know what
want
I
to do
mean?
Mardi Gras.
Yeah, I want to go to Mardi Gras and
overrated.
stream in real
It's
life with a bunch of
overrated.
other streamers. Like, you know how big Jersey Shore was? Like, Jersey Shore could be even bigger, like on Twitch, with a bunch of like streamers, because people already invested in these people's lives. You know what I mean? Like overly invested. You could
Just
do
go
that
to
on
Bourbon
Twitch.
Street when it's not Mardi Gras, and you'll be over it.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm saying it for the entertainment value for the audience. I don't mean to.
Oh, I understand.
Yeah, it's not for me. It's to like basically like do entertainment for the stream. You do crazy stuff. Then they get away with like once you remove nudity, or go to Burning Man, or like do like go to like a furry convention without having to worry banned. That's good content. Or you can worry about like going to like I always want to go to the Gathering of Juggalos. I'm not a Juggalo, but I always want to go to the Gathering of Juggalos. But people walk around topless there a lot. You know what I mean? And that's like an insta ban. You know how cool it'd be? There's like freestyle rap competitions you could do at the Gathering of Juggalos, which would be like sick content that no one's done on Twitch before. That's just my little mini rant about like. So I don't care about tits on Twitch as long as you're not selling sex. As long as it doesn't become my free cams, I don't care. That's my stand.
To add to that, you say that she didn't show nipples, but then we have that one artist who kind of like apparently gets lewd or whatever. I don't know her. I haven't seen her. But then you also have, and we've covered this, body painters.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, we covered body.
I think that's selling sex at that point because you have different mediums and you don't have to choose that to be the medium. That's how I feel about it.
To body paint?
That's true.
Yeah. I don't think it should be allowed. I know it's an unpopular opinion.
Okay.
I'm not afraid of boobs. I don't mind boobs, but Twitch was a gaming platform first and foremost. It always was supposed to be. And I think art and all these new categories are great. I think there should be an education section because that's the way this thing's moving. But I think body painting, it's not about the art. It's not.
I mean, I think it's a fair take to have.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, personally, I don't care about that. I think it should be on the platform, but at the same time, I understand. I see what the problem is about it. I just see like other issues too. Like I could take off my shirt right now and say it's hot or whatever, and be topless if I wanted to. But isn't it kind of fucked up that a chick can't stream topless? Because like we're the ones sexualizing
Oh well,
it.
no, that goes into society itself more than Twitch.
Our weenies came out of our nipples instead of our groin area.
That's true. But that'd be sexual. That'd be sexual though.
Oh
But
yeah,
tits
but
aren't sexual inherently.
imagine a world where women do not have boobs and men have their penors coming out of their nipples.
That's not a world I want to live in, Poops.
that's
It's not.
that's not what I imagine. But to be fair,
But two penises.
but to be fair, like,
No, there's
but tits,
But two
tits aren't
penises, two girls at once.
dicks are sexual though, and tits aren't. That's the whole thing. You know what I mean? Or inherently, because like sexual organs. You know what I mean? Like you can't compare a dick to tits. You compare a guy's tits to a girl's tits, or you can't compare like a dick.
I
to
don't
a
know,
vagina.
man. I don't know about all that.
I mean, that's just my statement. Like I said, I think it's fair. Obviously, I see where people are coming from.
I also see what you're coming from. I mean, like,
But, like-
I'm more of a butt man, so boobs don't do much for me anyways. Like,
Well, you do
I
watch
get it.
anime. Are you flat
See-
justice?
See, for
I
me,
watch anime, but I like the plots, not the
I
not the
see.
boobies.
okay.
I'm
So-
not one of those, you know. Not,
So for a lot of societies out there, boobs don't hold like the same thing. Like girls just be topless, right? So like to say like, oh, should we allow Twitch to just have topless girls and like it's kind of fucked up how they can't do that? Yeah, because really it's just fat in their chest makes it more sexual, and the fact that they're female makes it more sexual. Yeah, they use it for boobs,
Bad
but
woman's
like
anatomy right here.
whatever. My point is, that's more of a societal question, in my opinion, than it is a Twitch question. Like, once society stops seeing women's boobs as a sexual organ, which for the most places it isn't, or not most places, but for like most part it isn't. It's just something that delivers milk, which feeds the baby, like anatomically wise.
Yeah.
So, is it really a sex organ? You know, like it's just part of their chest.
Yeah,
So that's more of a societal question than it is a Twitch question.
But like I say, I see it both ways. I see why people want it to be a gaming platform, but I think there's a lot of potential, and like I think it'd be more fun for me personally. I guess it's more selfish on my end. It'd be more fun for me if it went both ways. I mean, if it went like this way instead of the other way. But if it just was a gaming platform, I wouldn't care either way. Like I said, I see it both ways. I don't think it's like a bad opinion to have that like body painting should be allowed. Obviously, a lot of people don't think that it should be allowed because there was a lot of that controversy earlier, and that chick got banned.
Yeah.
Imagine being banned from Twitch.
Well,
Thoughts, Poot?
I'm not going to talk about that.
Okay, well, have we talked about everything we want about the Project Melody? I think we exhausted that pretty well. It's a good topic.
Yeah.
I just want to see what it is at some point because I'm like my
It's the most
interest is
stupid shit. It's the
I'm
most
not
stupid
into
shit
it.
ever.
I'm not into it, but I want to see it.
So Noble Senpai on YouTube does a interview with the person who's behind it, and their first stream is also on YouTube.
Okay. Yeah, so you want to check that out.
You know, I went to Project Melody's Twitter and I could have sworn it said AI.
It does, I think.
I guess I got fucking
it's not
clickbaited.
AI. It's a real person because
Yeah,
that
it's definitely a real
that would
person.
it wouldn't really make sense. But yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
I thought it was a really advanced AI when I saw
Yeah,
like a
that'd be
little bit of
great.
that stream. I was like, holy shit, this person did such a great job. How did they do it? AI has come so far.
Another interesting topic we can move on to is
I
Alex
don't like what I'm
Jones.
seeing.
yeah, I told you it's weird because it's not like perfect anime chick obviously because it's like tracking and like a lot of like live stuff to do, so it doesn't like look amazing in my opinion. It doesn't look like something I would want to watch because it's just like
But
it's
eventually,
it's odd. Yeah, eventually it'll get good. Eventually, yeah. But yeah, so other news. Dr. Disrespect resigned to Twitch, which I thought was cool. We were finally not losing a big streamer for once. Apparently, it was
To
a
fucking
multi-million-dollar deal. You had to make like not losing a streamer mixer. So we can talk about like a Twitch streamer not leaving for once. Well, I mean, I guess other streamers resigned too. Like Dr. Lupo resigned a while back.
Look. Here's my take on all that, right? You have a great fan base on Twitch. They've made you a multimillionaire. Imagine ditching them and saying, fuck you, for more money than you already need. Like, you already have as much money as you're ever going to need in your life for more money just to go stream on another platform and saying, fuck you to your fans. That's how I see it.
One of them didn't agree with a lot of Twitch's decisions and whatnot, so I think it was more than that. And also,
Yeah.
fuck it, I'd take the money. Are you kidding me? Even in there, even in their position, like Ninja has nothing else to prove. It doesn't matter what he does, and he had some issues with Twitch, and Twitch had some issues with him. And you know what? I think he made the right choice, and that's and you know, and I think it's great because I think Twitch could use some competition so that they can improve things that they haven't been improving. Unpopular opinion. I don't think I know it's an unpopular opinion, but I do see your point.
That's not super unpopular. I'm hearing a lot of people like using the phrase "securing the bag" or whatever, you know. And a lot of people like not Shroud, obviously. Shroud would have been a king. Honestly, I think Shroud lost money on this. That's something I can talk about.
I do too.
But because like Apex Legends paid Shroud over $1 million to stream Apex the first day it came out. He's not gonna get paid like that ever again on streaming to 5,000, 3,000 people on Mixer. He just won't get those deals. So if his longevity of his career could have been longer on Twitch, then he kind of fucked up. Now Ninja, on the other hand, was literally on a downward slope, obviously because Fortnite's on a downward slope. So like him, yeah, I get it, and it might have been a pride thing too, be like, oh yeah, my career went down because I switched to Mixer, not because my career was going downhill. So,
That's not the reason.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying it's the reason, but there's a lot of things that like stack up to things like that. You know what I mean? It was obviously like I think the reason number one was for the money for sure, but
doesn't that kind of strike you as greedy as a motherfucker? And what does that teach to your viewers? To just go for the greed and not have any integrity to you and your followers?
They were both forced to place very specific games, and I know for a fact that Shroud wanted to do more of his own thing, and Mixer allows that for both of them.
I feel like he could have done his own thing on Twitch anyway. With his following, like he's gonna be a rich ass motherfucker anyway. Just play whatever game you want.
I mean, that's what some.
Why does the platform matter so much?
It does. It kind of does. I think. Summit is one of the few examples that decided, fuck it, I'm gonna play what I want, and then he came back and got huge with Sea of Thieves. Just playing with what he wanted. And that's a very rare example because a lot of people switch off games and then they just kind of fade into the mist.
Yeah.
Shroud and Ninja both secured being allowed to play whatever they want and still having reliable, insane income.
Insane, yeah.
So it's probably both a comfort pick for them and a safety pick for them. I mean, honestly, I would if I was a League of Legends streamer and I was like the biggest League of Legends streamer and I got sick of League of Legends, it would suck because you play any other game, you're not going to have as many viewers and it's just going to slowly dwindle.
Yeah, but like if you're entertaining by yourself and you have the right amount of following, I feel like you can switch games and eventually come back.
Shroud is entertaining by himself.
No, Shroud is not entertaining by himself. I
like Shroud. I love his stream. I like watching him for his skill, but I don't think he's a very good entertainer.
He is not Dr. Disrespect entertainer. Shroud, good skill wise, not so much an entertainer. And he's a great guy, I'm sure, but like that's just how it is. He's just not like built for entertainment. Like he's not interacting with chat as much. He's just playing the game, fragging out, but not really doing entertainment shit like Dr. Disrespect or so many other people do. And that's not like a knock against Shroud. That's just how it be.
Yeah.
Line.
What's your number to switch? Imagine if you're a big streamer, right? What would your number be to switch to Mixer?
100 million.
$2.
No,
I'm gonna give me $2. I'm going to Mixer right now.
No way.
I'm kidding. I've streamed on Mixer. I've streamed on multiple platforms.
Well, no, I'm saying like if you were like a large streamer, what would your buyout?
It would depend on my income, and probably a lot of thought would go into it, and probably a lot
100 million
for both Shroud and Ninja. It's not just like they were like, they probably sat down, budgeted, figured out what they needed to switch over, and probably let Mixer know what their minimum was, or maybe they did a counter offer or whatever. It was definitely not just a like one offer deal thing.
I like to think that's how it probably would have gone, but like also I don't know Ninja or Shroud personally, but like watching them from their streams, maybe that was just like a persona, but I feel like they wouldn't do that. I feel like they'd be like, "Oh, that shit, that's a fuck ton of money. Sign me up!" Like,
No, they definitely have agents. They probably pay people to deal with stuff. I mean, obviously,
They
yeah,
definitely
maybe,
have
maybe
accountants and stuff.
that.
Ninja has his merch at
Manager,
Walmart,
maybe.
dude. He's got somebody doing
Definitely
this for
not
him.
themselves, though. Definitely not themselves. That's what I think, at least.
Yeah, personally, I wouldn't accept any amount of money. I think it's kind of morally wrong to leverage your
100
audience,
million. Just
leverage
give
your
me
audience
it.
for money. But I think personally, I would only time I'd change platforms is if it would be better for my audience. But I'm kind of like a
Oh, Ninja also wanted to be more family friendly too.
yeah,
and
true. Mixer's a really good
Mixer-
platform for Ninja.
Yeah, exactly. I think the platform completely matched up for for Ninja. Shroud maybe not so much, but I do know Shroud was probably getting tired of like not getting to. I mean, you get to stream a lot less, and they can do like they can focus more on themselves rather than having streaming every day.
Yeah.
You can call it selfish or whatever, but it takes a lot out of you when you're doing it every day.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just like not experienced with like the amount of times they were streaming and like like the mental things that they had to go through with all the viewers and everything. But when I first started streaming, I was streaming pretty much every day, 8 to 12 hours every day. And I loved it. I don't know. I still think if I could do that for my job, that would be amazing.
Yeah, everyone starts hating the job after a while though. It doesn't matter if you're a Twitch streamer or
But
something
you're
else.
just to me, you're just playing games. I don't.
Yeah,
it's not
but
that
that's
big of a
obviously
deal.
that's obviously not true. People burn out super hard on video games.
Yeah, man.
And the people who are trying really hard to start, they're also doing a lot of editing themselves, among other things. Off stream, boring stuff, working on their own graphics, or paying someone to do so, or working a part-time or full-time job to fund someone to edit their videos or work on their graphics. So for someone who's going all out with a Twitch stream, it's actually a lot of work. And what sucks is it's very luck-based. So you may invest a lot into it. And if you don't have like one of the three main things, or I guess four now, but four main things, then you're not going to have as many chances as everyone else to succeed at Twitch. And that's looks, skill, entertainment. And I hate saying the other one because it's like not truly fair because it comes with a lot of caveats, but being female.
Yeah.
I'm not being sexist here.
Yeah.
No,
Stop
it's for
saying
sure.
that.
If you're female, you get more
You
viewers.
also have more trolls. You also have a lot more shit going on. I do not envy women at all. I think I'd rather be a male streamer on Twitch than a female streamer. That's just the way it is.
Well, I would rather be a
Personally.
female streamer, but I have no fucking shame, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it comes out of that, but
I don't know, but like, yeah, I get what you're saying, but like, what it sounds like what you're saying, Poots, is for people who are just beginning streaming. If you're already to the point of like 5,000 subscribers, and all you have to do is turn on your stream and play your favorite game, or whatever game you might want to play that day, I don't see how that becomes tiring. You're making money doing what you love, and like,
Yeah, but like if you're playing the same game every day, that's fucking hell. And like
and
not
you're gonna
every
be numbers focused, no matter how high your numbers
yeah,
are.
and like
I-
not everyone's
if
like
I'm-
not
if I'm
everyone's
making
like
a living.
not everyone's like a Moon who can do like variety. You know what I mean? Like these people have to play the same game over and over again. Like, do you know how many people like think about people who are like 30K Andes, like Hamlins, or like a bunch of other Fortnite streamers who don't even stream on Twitch anymore, who could have or stream at all anymore, who could have been like multi-millionaires who just don't stream because they burn out so hard. Like who can log in and play Fortnite 8 hours every single day? You know what I mean? It's hard. It's not as easy as people make it out to be. You know. And there's people like Clint who quit streaming for like over a year because he just couldn't fucking play like Legend of Zelda speedrunning every day. You know what I mean? So it's not super
like,
easy to do.
But like that's what I'm saying. Like, if you are able to play variety at the very least, and you can make a living off of it, then like I just don't see how you can like take that and throw it away in a way. I don't know, man.
But they have more freedom on Mixer than they do here.
Yeah.
In a weird, twisted way, not TOS wise.
Yeah.
But their contracts, they don't have to be as numbers focused. They have that income no matter what,
Yeah, they can stream whatever they want. They can do varieties.
as
man.
long as they meet their minimum streaming
Is
requirements.
that how Mixer works? That you get an income from Mixer itself?
No, they signed the deal for Mixer,
They
so they
signed
got
a deal with
that
Microsoft.
huge amount of money. So now
Yeah.
now that they have that huge amount of money, they can do what they want. They don't have to worry about
So
streaming on Twitch.
would you rather would you rather have a contract that guarantees you money and you can play whatever you want, or would you rather risk deciding to go, yeah, I'm variety now, and watch your numbers slowly fall down with no guarantee that you're going to succeed with it?
If I'm still possibly, if the possibility of me still making a comfortable living that like I would like, with the risk factor, then like I would rather stay on Twitch and do that. If I don't think I can make the living that I want, then maybe the contract. But if I can still make the living I want, even if I have a lower amount of numbers on Twitch and I'm still getting that living I want, I think I'd rather go with that.
Well, yeah, but obviously
Personally.
it's different. It's different for different people. You
25
obviously-
million.
Yeah, that's a whole lot.
I
of
said
money.
100 million. I said I need 100 million to switch to Mixer if I'm that big.
Well, did you guys ever expect Dr. Disrespect to leave? Because I know he shit talks.
I don't
Mixer
think so.
24
I don't think
He shit
so.
talks Mixer 24/7. I follow him on Twitter, and he randomly tweeted like less than 5,000 people viewers on a Mixer right now. It just randomly like tweets shit like that. It's so fucking funny, dude. So it doesn't surprise me that he's resigning to Twitch.
I don't know. Dr. Disrespect had one of the biggest Twitch comebacks ever.
Oh, the biggest Twitch comeback, yeah.
The biggest. So I don't think he's going to move away from it. I think he knows where his persona lies, and I think he knows where his fan base is. I think he knows.
I could see him
that
moving to
he-
YouTube, but he has deep roots in YouTube. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I remember back in the
Maybe.
Machinima days.
Maybe
I
YouTube.
never watched him, but I remember seeing him on there, on like him, Zero, Viking, and a bunch of other like people on Machinima, like back in the day on YouTube. This is the fucking boomer days.
I mean, you've been pretty quiet. How do you feel?
I don't know, man. You know, it's like wherever the money's at.
What? Alex, you just follow the money.
I'm pretty much on the
Simple
same
as
page.
that.
Yeah, for sure. That's an obscene amount of money. Like, you pretty much are set for life. I mean, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, it's true.
Now, I'm sure he was already set for life, so it may be irrelevant, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
certainly if someone was to offer me 25 million or a chance at continuing to succeed on Twitch, which I wouldn't understand, I'd take the 25 million.
Yeah. Well, what about people who just signed to Facebook, like this guy's Toast? I don't think I would never.
Yeah, fuck
ever stream on-
Facebook, dude. I could never
Facebook
do that.
Live.
Guy's Toast's always been very transparent about his income and stuff, so I don't know. It probably didn't make a bad choice.
Well,
I think he could come back at some point and still do fine.
Yeah,
but
this
I'm
guy's
saying
Toast
like
is smart
but,
about
like
stuff,
streaming
though.
on Facebook is like monka ass, dude. I wouldn't want to do that ever, man.
Yeah,
That's
fuck
one of the
Facebook.
platforms I'd never tried out because I just don't have Facebook.
Yeah.
Twitch for sure, Mixer secondary, YouTube,
YouTube secondary.
Yeah, I'd be
YouTube secondary. Yeah,
really
YouTube
hard.
/Mixer, YouTube /Mixer for me, but never Facebook, never.
What about Caffeine TV?
What the fuck is that, Trevor?
Isn't Caffeine Facebook?
I don't think so. Facebook has its own live streaming. Then it might be owned by Facebook, but it's its own live streaming service.
Oh, I have no idea. What about Plexstorm?
I've never heard of Plexstorm. What is
Yeah, I've
that?
never even heard some of these places.
Plexstorm's a wonderful place.
Stop lying to us.
What is it?
It's like pornographic and video games, so you
Oh,
can like
nice.
play video games naked.
You can finally show your the titties, Trevor.
You can whip them out and play World of Warcraft. It doesn't matter.
Oh, I just go to
know
Pornhub
what?
live streaming, but yeah.
Oh yeah, can you do that? No, because I know on ChatterBait if you try to play video games, you'll get banned.
Is
Something like that.
ChatterBait Pornhub?
No, separate. I don't know about Pornhub.
Hey,
Pornhub live streams.
I
don't
know
think
this
Pornhub
is me. I gotta go. So I got something coming along. So I was
Oh, you
planning
gotta
to
dip?
get
That's
there at
fine.
5. Yeah, I was planning to get there about 5 o'clock. So
Yeah, I actually need to be.
Okay, back from our last break. Let's get to the super list. First thing, Alex Jones was arrested for a DWI, and now he's also, on top of that, getting sued for selling the product that claims to cure the coronavirus.
Alex
Oh,
Jones is a nutcase. And that's all I gotta say.
dumbass.
He's a
Okay,
crazy
no.
nutcase, and he deserves these things. I'm sorry.
I mean,
It's
yeah,
all persona.
if you drink and drive, you deserve a DWI. I mean, like,
Yeah.
what,
And then-
what else
and
to
you-
say about that?
And then you're gonna sell some shit that says you're gonna solve a pandemic level virus, and that fuck you. Like,
Well, I'm
Yeah.
sure he thought it was a Democratic hoax. So,
yeah, probably he did think that. But he's a
oh,
fucking absolute nutcase, and fuck that guy, and that's so funny. And I'm so
I mean, he gives memes, so I like that.
they
Bill
turned the
Gates
freaking
leaves
Fox
Microsoft
day.
board.
What was that?
Anyone?
Oh, wait,
Bill
let's
Gates
say,
leaves Microsoft board.
let's say,
Oh, you got
yeah.
something. You got something.
What
Okay.
what is the difference between selling something that pretends to cure coronavirus than selling like the other stuff that like these people sell? Because most of the time they sell stuff that like restores vitality or whatever, and really what
I
it is
think
like a
it's
mint leaf or
all
whatever.
bullshit.
Oh, it is all
like
bullshit.
Gloop, like Gwyneth Paltrow's Gloop.
Yeah, exactly. Like how can she get away with selling Gloop, but
Selling candles that smell like her vagina. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
Well, because I think it's a different thing. But saying it restores vitality, which is a very
well,
abstract
that's
thing.
just me throwing out. That's just me throwing out that term. It's like they say pretty
Yeah.
specific stuff that I'll fix.
It's probably about the nomenclature, how they're selling it, how like they're saying about how it cures things. Like if
I
you're
don't know.
like, for example, the vitality thing, it's like, oh, it rejuvenates your vitality. That's so abstract, and you can't really prove it does or doesn't. So they get away with it. But you can prove if it cures corona or not.
Like, a lot
So-
of diet pills are bullshit, and people get away with it all the time. So
Yeah.
I guess it's more so just a difference of like this is saying it's going to cure a specific disease,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
it's clearly not going to.
yeah.
You're saying, Alex?
Oh yeah, it's saying Bill Gates leaves Microsoft board.
Yeah, it's an end of era, man. I was also suspiciously timed, but it makes sense if he runs a foundation that helps cure diseases, and he's leaving when pandemic gets bad. Which it might be what he's doing, focusing more time on trying to help people. But either way, it's the end of an era. That's crazy.
It's a good man.
Bill Gates, best billionaire. Fuck all the other ones.
But Warren Buffett's pretty good too.
All right, fuck the majority of billionaires.
Should be no billionaires.
Prosecutors say R. Kelly knowingly exposed 2 people, a woman and an underage girl, to herpes.
Oh yeah, that's pretty fucked.
Yeah, it's super fucked. Man, R. Kelly just gets worse and worse, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. I mean, he was already bad to begin with, but
Hot poots.
It's so bad. Can't even meme
Man.
it because it's bad.
Yeah, it's
I
pretty
know,
bad.
dude, R. Kelly's just a terrible individual. Really.
Yeah, like I said, this is a pretty doomer week. I thought that would be kind of like funny, but now I think about it, it's actually not funny. It's actually really fucked up.
Man, why is R. Kelly still famous for the shit he be doing?
Dude, the thing is that people knew about R. Kelly for like years.
That's even worse.
And it's only after the Me
Man.
Too movement. Like he actually had like people like locked up in his house.
I actually
Well, hey, don't kink shame.
Oh yeah,
Sorry.
non-consensual.
I actually really like the Me Too movement because it moves away from the idea that girls have to just go along with whatever to get, succeed in life and whatever. I don't know. It's a positive movement that I support personally.
Oh,
Yeah, of
one of
course.
the things you're supposed to. Yeah, I think you're supposed to support that one.
Okay,
Yeah.
well I do.
I mean, the only aspect that you can be wary of is false claims, and that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'd imagine the majority are not false claims.
I don't know. False
But
claims can really
there
fuck
should-
with people's lives.
There should still
for
be
sure.
there should still be evidence
Yeah.
to some degree. R. Kelly, I think there's been plenty.
Yeah.
If one girl randomly says that some guy did something to her like that, that's like, okay, let's look into it more. But if, like, let's say 5 to 10 girls be like, this guy fucked with all of us, and they all have similar stories, maybe that's a problem.
One issue that happens though is sometimes one person is accused by a couple, and then there are some chasers that will show up and do a
Mhm.
false claim, and then holes get poked in one person's story, and it kind of helps the whole case dissolve, which is why if it didn't happen to you, do not falsely accuse, because that is literally going against and hurting all the women that it has happened to.
Yeah, it's horrible.
It's really bad. So, but
Speaking about Me Too, Harvey Weinstein got sentenced to 23 years, basically a death sentence. Well, not death
Yeah,
sentence.
well, we
but
also fucked
spending-
that guy.
Spending a life prison, the rest of his life in prison.
Yeah, fuck that guy. He deserves whatever he gets for doing terrible, despicable things to women.
Devil's advocate, Poot. I'm just kidding. No, everyone hates Harvey. Yeah.
well, I can't
Alright.
play. I try to play devil's advocate, but that's not one I'm gonna.
Yeah. No,
Here's
that was the joke. That it'd be kind of.
But here's some cool shit. The first ever
Pretty
Native
piece of
American-owned
shitty
film
ass motherfucker.
studios opening in New Mexico. That's not so doomer. That's pretty cool.
What is that?
First ever
First
Native
First
American
ever
owned
Native
film
American-owned film
That's it.
studio
That might be interesting.
is opening in New Mexico.
That is interesting.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, that's not doomer. That's pretty cool.
Now, when they win best film of the year, people are gonna still be pissed that and say it's a foreign film, even though it's in America.
I thought you were about to. I thought you were about to say
Foreign
something like.
film, it's not a foreign film.
Yeah.
I thought you were about to say something along the lines of when people, if it wins something, they'd be like, "Oh man, all these like diversity wins or something."
Well, yeah, that'll happen.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Yeah. That's good. That's a granted.
Someone will say it. It's just like I don't know that whole thing with Parasite winning and people being upset because it was a foreign film. I mean, films can win multiple categories. Just because it's a foreign film doesn't mean it shouldn't be able to win.
Yeah. Like best animation can win best film. It was close happening once. I don't remember which movie it was. Was it like one of the Toy Stories that nominated for best film?
Sorry, I didn't mean to make
Yeah,
all those
something like
noises.
No, it's fine.
No,
you're
that's actually
you're
my king
appealing to our
boots.
ASMR audience.
Yeah, that's actually my king. So thank you.
You're welcome. I hope you
That's
like
weird.
my bite size.
Oh yeah, poot.
Jesus Christ, John.
Sorry.
The Russian Athletics Federation fined $10 million for breaching anti-doping rules. I'm pretty sure
Oh
aren't they
my
disqualified for the
God.
Olympics anyways because they were doping so hard. Not like we're gonna hold the Olympics this year anyway, Pepe hands, but
True. So Pepe hands, dude.
I
So
thought
much Pepe hands
Oh,
shit.
thought that was interesting.
I think competition in general just gets really sad. So many people cheat, and so many people get away with it.
Well, yeah, Russia's been doing it for years. They're finally cracking down on it.
Usain Bolt is the only person to run as fast as he did without doping mechanisms or like steroids or anything.
Jesse, what's his name? I can't remember his name.
Jackson?
Was it Jackson?
Jesse Jackson was
it Owens? Jesse Owens? Jesse Owens.
Jesse Owen.
Yeah, that guy, I'm pretty sure. I mean, the Olympics been going on for a while. I don't know. I think there's definitely some superstars out there that didn't cheat, but I think there are a lot that did.
Usain
Yeah,
Bolt's
for
one of
sure.
the few who didn't, for sure.
Esports back in my day when it was like games were first starting to get into stuff, like the clans all cheated. We all cheated
I
Like
believe
how?
it, dude. People
because you had to.
people said that
How would
Everyone
you
else was
cheat?
cheating.
people said that
Huh?
old CS:GO was riddled with cheaters.
Yeah,
How,
old CS:GO,
how would you cheat?
shams, aimbot, all sorts of things.
A lot of it wasn't LAN back then.
Yeah, a lot of tournaments were online. Alliance of Valiant Arms was a Korean FPS, and like all the top clans had hacks. Like we
Mhm.
it was just
Huh.
you had to not be super noticeable about it. I don't hack anymore. I never would because I don't like it. But when I was young and stupid,
And you had to.
yeah. And sports, it's a lot easier to get away with it. Sadly,
Mhm.
So,
Everyone expects you to be good,
yeah,
and so you're good.
Well,
yeah, exactly.
even people. I think I don't want to like slander anyone, but I even think people like Simple was like has been like banned for from like CS:GO. Simple. You think even people like superstars like that have been banned for cheating before in CS:GO.
Yeah,
even like the
I
big
think
names.
Simple is a good example of a pretty honest player, because one time the crowd gave away like the position of the other team, and he threw a pistol to notify them of his location because he thought it was unfair.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was a very specific play. I'd love to pull up the clip, but I don't know where it is. So he basically gave the other two a fair chance at taking him down, even though it was a 2v1 against him. So. And that's been a huge issue in CS:GO is crowd.
Yeah. I've seen clips of that
A player
before.
will aim at the wall, and then the crowd will cheer and they'll be like, you know, he's here. So there's some creative ways, but Flusha is someone who I still strongly believe at one point was cheating at CS:GO, and I don't mind throwing that claim out there because I think
Pasha Biceps is the best CS:GO player just for personality,
personality, yeah, sure,
hands down.
he's a very nice guy. Love that guy.
But so South Korea. So another positive thing amongst all this is that South Korea has reported more recoveries than coronavirus cases the first time.
I mean, we touched upon this earlier, so
I forgot, but like that's also really cool.
yeah. So we got that one.
Our last topic is the Donald mods have put themselves in self-isolation, only allowing 2 posts on the subreddit in last week, and the users are going stir crazy with cabin fever. I actually visited it, and yeah, there's like no posts on Are the Donald anymore. They used to dominate the front page of Reddit, and now it's just a dead website.
I don't know if you guys actually heard this, but when some of the mods got removed by Reddit admins, Reddit admins put their own selected mods into the moderation of the Donald. The Donald then removed those mods, asked for more mods, and then they are now in self-isolation or whatever. Like, it's insane.
Yeah, it's crazy. I think like I don't know. I'm happy it happened, dude. That was like the most toxic cancer part of Reddit.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, fuck that Reddit.
Were they brigading?
Probably.
Well, they were quarantined. They got quarantined after a while, so like you would have to like specifically like look for them up. They couldn't show up anymore. And then apparently they kept getting worse and worse.
Shadow banned.
Yeah, basically.
No, not even shadow ban, like literally quarantine. Like
yeah, there's like quarantine subreddits now where like you can't like they can't pop up on the front page. You have to specifically search for them, then like hit yes, and that you want to go visit the website or whatever. Like go to the subreddit.
That subreddit, yeah.
That is interesting, and probably a good thing. But
yeah, I mean they were being racist.
Yes.
Tickets.
Oh, then it was definitely
everything.
I never
a
saw it.
A lot of ones.
Yeah, well, I don't know. But I think it's honestly gonna be disbanded soon, probably.
Well, I think it's pretty much like dead now. It's like the R Donald is just gone. It's a good riddance.
Yeah, dude, fuck that subreddit.
But yeah, it used to be like the biggest subreddit and coming into the elections last year, and probably swayed like favored Trump for a lot of like young men, probably because of the memes or whatever. It used to be like a big deal on Reddit, but now it's officially like dead.
Feels fucking good. Not bad, good. Fuck that guy. Fuck that Reddit. Fuck that Reddit.
Oh, it is quarantined. That's super cool. I never knew about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've learned something new today. This was productive.
Yay.
For sure.
Well, that's probably it for the topics. Anyone have anything else to add?
No. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Fuck Donald. Vote Bernie.
Poop in the shower. Stop down with your foot. Have a good one.
Wow.
Follow my Twitch. Follow my Twitter. Join my Discord.
Shout outs.
No, pass.
Okay, Alex, shout outs.
Pass.
At Trevor Montreal on Twitch. At Trevor Montreal Twitch. At Trevor Montreal Twitter. All right, bye everyone.